Hello everybody, and welcome back to Slow English Learning. Join me as we walk through the city of Chichester. I'm walking through town on a very early Saturday morning in January. The air is crisp and cold. I will take you all to my favourite spots, including Chichester Cathedral, the ancient Roman wall, and Priory Park. Enjoy the walk and enjoy training your English ears. This looks like a good place to stop and look around. This is a grand building, the deanery. The building seems to stare down at you. It feels slightly daunting. Over this way is the back entrance to the cathedral, an amazing historic building, the centerpiece of the old city. But first, let me show you the Bishop's Gardens. They are this way, through these stone archways. Many of these buildings are made from flint stone, a traditional building material in southern England. Look here, you can see all the stone in the wall. It has been cladded together and creates the most charming buildings. The Bishop's Garden is up ahead to the left. It is a very peaceful place to walk and relax. Through this passage, and we have entered the Bishop's Garden. Do you see the corner of the wall up ahead? It is built like a tower. Stonemasons were very skilled in the past. Wealthy people had money and labour was cheap, so builders could focus on detail and beauty. This is why stonework in British towns feels so elegant. Through this passage, and we will enter the Bishop's Garden. Let's take a walk around. As you can tell, it is winter time. All the leaves have fallen from the trees. We are right in the middle of winter. England experienced its shortest day last week. Only 8 hours of daylight and 16 hours of darkness. There was a frost last night. Can you see how the ground and shrubs are frozen? There is a lot of moisture in the air. When I walk on it, it crunches like stepping on cornflakes. The sky is beautiful at this time of day. Wouldn't you agree? Look at the houses behind the wall. That would be a lovely place to live with a view of the cathedral and the gardens. Unusually today, the full moon was still visible as the sun was rising. If I were a little taller, you would be able to see the full moon behind the wall. It was a supermoon. It stopped me in my tracks when I left the house this morning. It looked enormous. Let's go up this trail and walk along the wall. I am walking on wood chips. The groundskeeper has laid them down so it never gets muddy. The sound of birds waking up is a delight to the ears. There, you can see the sunrise. It is a lovely morning. We are standing on the Chichester wall. These Romans were first building these walls nearly 2,000 years ago. Much of the wall still survives today and forms a complete circle around Chichester. I would estimate it to be around 7 or 8 meters high. These walls were built to protect the town and people who lived here. Over the centuries, the walls have been repaired and changed many times. Today, much of the original wall still survives, and you can walk almost all the way around the city. It's quite amazing to think that people have been walking these paths for thousands of years. You can see the sun is rising slowly in the distance. It looks like it will be a nice day today. That's all of the gardens. I will head back out the way I came in, under this passageway. I need to duck under all the doors. People were a lot smaller in the olden days. I now want to show you the cathedral. But first, I will find a place inside to rest and have a hot drink. It is bitterly cold this morning. Let's go through the cathedral grounds, down this little alleyway. On the left, the old, and on the right, the new. Such a beautiful contrast. This door says the treasury. That caught my attention. The stone arches up ahead are stunning stonework. How do you carve something so detailed out of stone? And if it broke, would you need to start all over again? I'm not sure what you call this section of the cathedral. If anyone does know, please leave a comment. It is attached to the cathedral. You can walk into the cathedral through the sides of these alleyways. It is so beautiful. I like to imagine all the priests that have walked through here over the past 1,000 years. All the travellers, the pilgrims, people of faith, all driven by faith. It makes you think that you are part of something bigger than yourself. That you can walk through history. You can see the years of development, the years of change, and you can see them, touch them, smell them in the walls. It's an amazing feeling. Here is a small graveyard, or what's left of it. Just a few headstones. And here's the money shot. The morning sun shining on the top of the cathedral and turning it pink. I really like this image. Time to find a place inside to warm up. There is a Wetherspoons around this corner. I will go there. It is cheap and they make good bacon and egg McMuffins. Have you heard of Wetherspoons? It is a pub chain. It is very popular in the UK. If you ever visit the UK and want something cheap to eat and drink, go to Wetherspoons. They are always busy and full of life. I'll see you after breakfast. Well, I'm all warmed up again and my belly is full. Let's carry on our walk through Chichester. Look at this formidable statue. He would be quite frightening if he stepped out of the shadows, moving his long black cloak. You might imagine he would sound like Professor Snape. Forgive me, Saint Richard. I'm sure you were a nice man. Let's go inside the cathedral. It has just opened. There is no service on today, but they will be serving tea and biscuits at 10 o'clock. Let's go through the doors. Push this door open. Pull this door open. It sounds like someone is playing the organ. I think the sound of the organ is marvelous. I think they are practicing. An organ is like a very large piano. I will show you where the sound is coming from soon. First, you'll have to watch me admire the church artifacts. I am a bit of a history enthusiast. So I take my time here and enjoy reading about the historical artifacts. It's wonderful that the cathedral have these artifacts on display for the public. Such an interesting piece of history that they can share with everyone, and allows us to understand the history of this church and the Catholic faith. Old Bibles and transcripts in different languages. To my right is a tomb buried in stone. The inscription tells us this person was buried in the 12th century. Chichester Cathedral dates back to the 11th century. And it's famous for its tall spire, which can be seen from miles away. There is a long and complex history here that has been shaped by religion, war, restoration, and many centuries of faith. This is the Lady Chapel. Isn't it stunning? The stained glass windows is so beautiful. Making them takes an enormous amount of skill and time. It would be nice to have a service here. It's so small and comforting. Down below, through the glass floor, you can see a Roman mosaic. This reminds us that the Roman city of Chichester lies beneath our feet, around 6 feet underground. The Romans founded this city nearly 2,000 years ago, and many traces of their buildings still remain hidden below the modern streets. I think I can show you the organ from here. Up here to the right. Can you see it? It has nearly 100 silver cylinders. They are like individual flutes. Each one is connected to a key on the keyboard. When played, they produce an incredible sound. A church is a perfect place for this instrument. All the sounds echoes off the stone walls and high ceilings. Unfortunately, you can't see this black plaque clearly. It shows a list of bishops of Chichester, dating back to around 700 AD. That is over 1,300 years ago. Straight ahead is the baptismal font. This is where people are baptized into the church. Usually newborn babies, but adults can also be baptized here. Let's leave the cathedral. That was a very nice experience. It's a little colder out here. I felt the chill instantly. It's going to be a very nice day today, dry and sunny. A good day for exploring and taking videos. Here is another angle of the cathedral. An enormous building. Look at the little lamp. It has stained glass. Very charming. There's Saint Richard again, watching over all those that enter. I'll sneak past him. Can you see across the road an old church? They have turned it into a pub. It feels a little strange getting drunk in a church. Let's walk through town. Let's check out the local shopping streets, and we'll walk past the Wetherspoons. That is where I had my coffee and bacon and egg McMuffin this morning. It was nice to relax for a while. But now the sun is up. The town feels a little livelier. The temperature is a little warmer. And I have a slight spring in my step. There, the white building. That is the Wetherspoons. Shops are starting to open. The crowds will soon arrive. People doing their weekend shopping, buying clothes, getting haircuts, drinking coffee and eating food, catching up with friends, doing supermarket shopping. It's still quite quiet. I think most people are still in bed, as it's so cold this morning. When I woke up, the thermometer said that it was -5. It has been the coldest morning in England so far this year. Look at the white building to the right. It is named the Old Cross. It's a pub. It looks very charming. One day I want to go inside and see the interior. But today I'll keep walking and explore the town and its quaint streets. Are you finding this town charming? Tell me, viewers, do you prefer the city or the countryside? And tell me why. I like the countryside myself. But there is something about towns like Chichester that really attracts me. Here in the UK and in Europe in general, there are many livable towns that offer everything you need without the noise of the big cities. Life in these towns feels a little slower. There is less of a noise, less rush, and less pressure. You still have the culture and community, but without the stress of the big city. It's easy to see why so many people choose towns like this to live, work, and raise families. Sometimes smaller places offer better quality of life. The countryside south of London is mostly affluent, and there are charming towns like this that attract all different types of people looking for comfortable lifestyles. Over here to the right is a gate. This leads to our next place to explore. This is called Priory Park. Let's go in and walk around the fields and the old priory. It is a lovely morning. Good morning, Mr. Squirrel. He's having breakfast. I'll leave him to enjoy his meal. It's nice to have such a large green space on the edge of town. In summer, I'm sure it's full of people having picnics and playing games. This is the Priory, or what is left of it. The Priory was once a religious building where monks lived and worked. Today, what's left of this ancient priory gives us a glimpse into medieval life in Chichester. Once, this was a quiet religious place, home to monks who lived and worked here daily. Today, it is a space for everyone. People walk their dogs, meet friends, or sit and enjoy the open air. A wonderful green space right next to the ancient town. It's a lovely mix of history and everyday life. Rhythm and rhyme help us understand and remember. Here is a poem by William Wordsworth to remind you of what you've learned in this video. Earth has not anything to show more fair. Dull would he be of soul who could pass by. A sight so touching in its majesty, this city now doth like a garment wear. The beauty of the morning, silent, bare, ships, towers, domes, theatres, and temples lie upon onto the field and to the sky, all bright and glittering in the smokeless air. Never did sun more beautifully steep in his first splendour, valley, rock, or hill. Ne'er he saw, I never felt, a calm so deep. The river glideth at his own sweet will. Dear God, the very houses seem asleep, and all that mighty heart is lying still. Let's climb up this path to the Roman wall. I am a little higher up than I realized. It's a bit deceptive. I think the wall is around 10 meters high now. We are now on the other side of the town. You can see the cathedral in the distance on the far side of the city. On the other side of the cathedral is the Bishop's Gardens, where we were earlier. Let's walk along the wall and see where it takes us. It's amazing to think there was once Romans patrolling these walls, protecting the town from local tribes who were trying to invade and claim back their land. How times have changed. Walls serve very little protection in wars anymore. How times have changed. I think the council has taken down some of the wall here to build a road. We will have to leave the park and cross the road. What's this? This used to be an old gunpowder store. You could walk past that 1,000 times and never notice it. There are bits of history scattered throughout this town. Let's climb up the stairs, weave through the gates. We are now back on the wall. The background noise for the next minute or two is a little loud. The bin men are collecting rubbish. It must be hard work being a bin man. I can see them with my own 2 eyes, running into the building, grabbing bins, emptying them in the back of the truck. Hard work doing that all day. Dirty business, but someone has to do it. We can appreciate all the little jobs that happen in towns and cities and allow it to function the way it does. Let's try find some quieter streets. The town is definitely getting a bit livelier now. Let's go down the stairs, 1 foot at a time. If you made it this far in the video, you must have enjoyed it. Tell me what you want to see next. The desert, the sky, underwater, or space. I'm open to suggestions. I myself would like to keep things a little simpler and show you some gardening videos, walk you through vegetable and herb patches, get my hands in the soil, and teach you about the variety of fruit and vegetables growing in England. It may be a little difficult to film at first, but we can try and see what happens. Anyway, enough about this future. Look at the statue of the hand holding a stone in an uncommon part of town. That's all the footage I've got of Chichester. There's plenty more to see, so if you want to see more, you'll have to come here yourself and have a look. Thank you for watching this long video. Feel free to like and subscribe. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. It really does help the YouTube algorithm. I hope you enjoyed the video. Take care, everybody, and good on you.